we are here with Daniel Seber, and it's in Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah,
So you're from Bogota,
I am.
and you were telling me some interesting stories about your life, and I think it'd be really important for you to share with our audience because Jesus saved your life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quite literally.
quite literally, because you were at a point of serious depression, anxiety, more
Yeah.
anxiety than anything.
Yeah, definitely anxiety.
And you, on 3 occasions, tried to hang yourself.
Yeah.
And on the 3rd time, you realized, no, this isn't right. You called for help. And let's start with the story right there, because I think it's one of those things. A lot of people get anxious. A lot of people go through depression. Let's talk about your healing.
Yeah, so it wasn't quite like that. How you just said.
Yeah, no, correct me.
Yeah,
I want to
so-
hear. I want the whole story.
Okay.
I want the.
So I was born in 1999. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I grew up in a Christian missionary family, half American, I'm half Colombian. But by the time I got to college, I had already developed a pretty solid relationship with God. But I believed a lie when I got to college. I was there for 3 days. The very first day, I believed a lie that God wasn't with me. I still knew that He was real and I had a relationship with Him, but that He was not going to help me in college. That lie brought on anxiety throughout the course of 3 days, to the point where I did try to hang myself 3 times in the course of about 30 minutes. On the 3rd time, I stayed on that cord until I couldn't any longer, and my body went limp, fell on the ground. I felt my head hit the ground and I spasmed out completely. That was it. I thought that was it, because lights went out, all black. I thought I was dead. But by God's mercy, I just woke up. No one found me. I was in my dorm alone. My roommate had gone out to orientation. But I was alone. I woke up, and that's when I realized that God never left me. And He, like in that moment of waking up, He kind of brought back in my memory every Christian person that He put by my side to try and keep me from this decision. Even non-Christians, because this was not a Christian university. This was a private, secular university I was at. But yeah, at that moment, I had contacts that they had given me for suicide prevention, and so I called them up, say I just died. At that moment, I thought I had died. To this day, I still don't know if I just died or passed out, but I said I just tried to kill myself. I just woke up on my own. I need an ambulance. And I told them God saved my life, because He did. And so that was just one of the few things that happened while I was in the States for that period of time. I tried counseling through the traditional psychiatrist and psychologist, medications. They just brought me back to doing things on my own and getting healing on my own. Well, that didn't really work, because the reason I got to that point was because I thought I had to do everything on my own. So now they were telling me that I needed to find healing in myself. Well, that's a load of baloney, right? I wouldn't have been there if I hadn't put all my faith and trust in myself. And so I found healing in biblical counseling in God, because my problem was spiritual. What happened was spiritual. The lie that I believed was from the enemy. And so 2 months of biblical counseling, and I felt God lift this weight, lift this anxiety from my chest in a way I had never experienced before. And that's how He pretty much healed me from anxiety and depression. That was 2 months, just 2 months. My process with medication and psychiatrist was like 6 months. They still had me on some antidepressants and things like that, but they're one of the weakest that they could find.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how God literally saved me from death.